to be here, and I've never been in here in my life. So, first of all, it's Jack and Zac, or Zac and Jack, which way round is
Zac
it?
and Jack, yeah. Jack and Jack.
And you would get it the wrong way round. So tell us about Chameleon. Tell us about what it's all about, why you're here, who's it for?
Yeah, so we're designers and we have an office, had an office a few doors down, and we walked past the building a few times and had that exciting, what if we got it, what would we turn it into? And after a little discussion and coming and seeing the building, we were just like, you know what, let's just do it. Let's see what we can do with it. And I think since it's been a nightclub for the past 15 years, let's go into that. Let's build some community. Let's do something a little bit different and just kind of go in. As I said, we're designers, so it's something we had no experience with. And since we got the building, it's definitely made us think that we made the right decision, I think. You agree?
I agree, so.
Yeah.
So my first question is designers to nightclub owners. That's quite a stretch. What's it been like?
It's been really good. I think that with my experience with Cafe Nero, Bon Pan, so I met Jack all those years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I mean you worked all over the place, haven't you?
The Mile House, Orange Street, so I've got plenty of bar experience. So the adjustment period hasn't been too.
It's been alright.
Okay.
The late nights haven't been great, but when you're thinking that how rewarding they are, I mean finishing work and getting home at 7 a.m. and it's bright blue sky and it's just like, start working.
That's a positive take on it.
It is. It's something. It's something that when you're in it, you're thinking, I hate this. But looking back, it's like that's part of it. It's that investment that I think that we're making. Instead of hiring staff, we've been doing most of the nights, and it just means that we're having that one-on-one with customers. But not just that, it means that we're hearing directly, what changes they want to make. Oh, before we get the pool table, that was a suggestion, and trying to move it more towards a nightclub into a bar, activity bar area, something that can be used throughout the day, which is why we're open now.
Yeah. So tell us about the something different. Was it that? What was your original idea? Because you thought we could do something different with it. What was you thinking?
Yeah. I think that the difference was, I mean, you hear about all these horror stories of big corporations of London, Manchester buying land in Stoke-on-Trent, and that's great. I mean, something new in Stoke, but then the money's being taken out of Stoke, and our something new really was about rebuilding Stoke. I mean, every penny we've made in this area, we put back into this area. We've had a few, times we'll take away every now and then, and kind of treated ourselves, but everything. I mean, from the grass panels to the bar, everything's been reinvested, and I think that with new buildings and new companies moving into Stoke, it's let's put 100k in it, and that's brilliant. Don't get me wrong, that's brilliant. But we've kind of pick and choose to where we want to put the money, but not directly what we think. It's what do the customers think? What do they want? Do they want cheaper, more affordable drinks? Do they want to be open earlier? Do they want something that's clean cut and modern, or do they want something that's quite rustic? And without us putting all the money in all in one, we're slowly getting there month by month, and they can see the progress that we're making, I think.
Sounds super savvy.
Yeah.
So you talked about community then. So this is what you mean by community, getting to know your customers. Say more about community for you. What does that mean?
I'd say it's community is a sense of belonging, I think, and having an area where you can walk into and not think that you're out of place. And with a building like this, I mean, there's a lot of heritage to it. I mean, if you look outside, the big sign, it's been there for years. It's being proud to be, we're from Stoke and this. And I think that kind of making sure that this environment suits everyone. It's not clean cut. It's not one of them where you go in, you've got to wear a suit and a tie. You can, be casual, come in your shorts, come with your mates, have a drink, play pool. And I think that with being from Stoke community is not just, let's go for a drink. A lot of the people who live in Stoke don't drink, so it's providing an area that people can come have a soft drink and play pool, play your darts, play your table tennis, and come and enjoy yourself without the need for drinking, I think.
Okay, that's really interesting. So tell us about the relaunch. You've mentioned that you're beginning to be open in the day.
Yeah.
What is that going to do for the business? What do you hope to gain from that?
Yeah, I'd say that with starting off as a nightclub, which is the easiest thing to do, we want to transition more into a bar, and I think what comes along with the city centre, people aren't using it, as we've discussed previously. The people in Stoke are workers, so we want to try and offer coffee, personalised soft drinks, some food perhaps. So on your break, you can come here instead of sitting in the storeroom or on the side of the street eating your sandwich. You can come somewhere, play pool, enjoy yourself. you don't have to drink. You can go and have some soft drinks.
Yeah.
And again, you can make use of the area. I think that's a big part of it.
Okay, really, that's fantastic. So tell me more about this nighttime economy and versus the day. You've said, you know, the city centre's for workers in the day,
Yeah.
and then you've mentioned about the nighttime economy. How do you see it evolving in the city centre? What would you like to see?
I mean, obviously, as a business owner, we'd like to see more footfall, more people using the area, you know, people feeling safer, and that's why we invested so heavily into our security and making sure that we're on it constantly. I mean, 6 months of operation and not a single incident.
No.
And that's something that we're really proud of. I mean, surely that should be everyone's default, but it's sad that that's not the case. And with the difference in the daytime, it's different personalities, different customer base. It's families, you know, people walking thinking, oh, I just want to sit down, I want to rest my feet. And there's a lot to do in Hanley if you look deep enough. But sometimes you just want to be able to just sit down and have a soft drink again, or, you know, a pint, and you just want to enjoy yourself and not have to go shopping. I mean, I'm not a big fan of shopping, and having somewhere that's just dividing that and separating it from doing a bit of shopping. Then you can also come and have a sit down drink. I mean, there's a lot of bars and alternative, you know, pubs in the area, but I think where we're different, we're putting more time and attention into the activity side of things. So it's not just a sit down, it's, you know, let's go pool. It's the idea of being social. I think that's kind of, in this day and age, it's a little bit difficult for a lot of people since COVID to actually socialise.
So kind of talk us through what's coming up, what you've got planned, what's the summer going to look like here?
We were discussing that previously, weren't we, with a few ideas, and Jack had a lot of experience in Chicago's back in the day, and he suggested something similar to the Bush Chucker Trials, the I'm a Celeb themed night.
Nice.
And with the direction we're looking to go into, as you see, heavily green and vibrant, we thought it fit quite well. And I think, again, the idea of community, it's not just come here, have a drink and dance, it's get involved, speak to each other, we do competitions and stuff. And another one was a country themed night, you know, trying to get something kind of going with a different demographic than what we're previously seeing. I think that's kind of the direction we're going into. Really.
Yeah, more kind of like themed club nights on Friday and Saturday. So then kind of things like quiz nights throughout the week, pool tournaments, dart tournaments, things like that to just bring people in for the week as well.
As well as we're looking at doing a soup kitchen on Sundays to try and help, you know, people who are you know, going through a rough time. Not necessarily homeless people or, you know, rough sleepers. It's more people struggling, you know, single mums that are, you know, really struggling to feed. And it's, you know, it's not going to be something that, you know, it's immediate, but it's something that we're definitely trying to invest, you know, heavily in. So hopefully come summer, it'll be something we'll be offering.
Nice. So that you're really building on that community aspect.
Yeah.
And so tell me about that demographic. It sounds like you want to welcome anybody and everybody in some ways, but who do you see as your kind of ideal customer?
Oh, I think before we opened, we were expecting it to be a lot more of the younger demographic, more student based. But I think we've found out that it's primarily been over 25s been using the space.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, when we originally did our research, we thought I'll spend per head £20-25. I mean, previously Jack and I used to really enjoy a night out, and we'd be spending £100 on a night out. And you know, add to the economy, let's say. But recently, I mean, I think people want the escape. They want to be able to go somewhere, you know, pay the entry, come in, buy a drink, and chill with that one drink. I mean, we thought potentially people are going to be somewhat irresponsible drinking. I think that's what you see typically on, you know, through the media and stuff. Is that's the case, especially in Hanley. However, being on this side of things, that's not the case. I think people want to drink and they do want to be sensible with it. And I think the lighter environment, you know, you could be seeing you're responsible, whereas the typical darker locations, you can kind of hide from it. You can do things, you can drink too much, and I think that's quite easy to do.
So you keep it a bit lighter, do you?
We try to.
Not this light during the night.
We try and keep it. It's comfortable. I think that a venue that we try to not mimic, but also kind of take reference from is the Quarter. When it was here, everyone always spoke about how homely it feels and how warm and it felt comfortable. And I think that's something that we're trying to bring to this, the late night economy. It's something that's warm and like a home away from home of sorts, trying to keep it light but also warm. Still dark during the night and enjoy yourself, and it feels like you can let loose a little bit, but not dark enough where you can kind of get away with doing the odd things. So I think that's definitely something we're trying to push a little bit more as well.
Nice. So to finish off then, tell me what you love about the city centre.
I mean, as I said, we met in Bomb Panel all those
Yeah.
years ago. I mean, this was what, 7, 8 years ago?
7, 8 years ago now,
Yeah, something like that. And with that, it's different demographics and different types of people, different cultures, and it's something you kind of, from school, you get used to working around people. And since doing design work, it's just me and Jack and a few other clients and customers, and it's hard to kind of, I don't know, be social, let's say. So something like this, and we're getting different demographics, different types of people come and use in the area. We're more social, you know.
It's
we're
bringing
seeing
you
ourselves.
out.
Yeah, definitely.
We're
And
meeting
yeah.
so many different kinds of people.
Yeah, I
every
mean,
week, we
different.
count.
Yeah, in Meraki, we're very close to them. We speak to them often, and they want us to do well. And
Little dessert shops,
little-
we see them
yeah.
every day.
yeah, there's a lot of support in the businesses.
Is there? I was going to
Yeah,
ask you
yeah.
that question about
Yeah,
have you
100%.
been welcomed or have you felt welcomed?
Yeah, I'd
Absolutely.
say so. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people said, "Oh, what if another club or late night venue opens across the room?" It's like, yeah, good, because that's going to help us. I mean, people think it's going to steal our
sure.
customers, but there's no such thing. As long as you're unique and you're having a different take on things
Yeah.
and offering something slightly different, then all that's going to do is increase footfall.
Yeah, it creates
And
the destination, doesn't it?
100%. And
Yeah.
that's all we're trying to do. We're trying to say, oh, look at us. We're two people. You know, we aren't rich. We aren't from an incredible background. But look what we can do. Anyone can do it.
Yeah.
And we're trying to show an idea. Just do it. Because what's the worst that could happen, really?